Good morning everyone. It is good morning. It's very dull out at the moment. Saturday morning, and I put an item up which a lot of you members would have not seen before, or not in this form. It's an electric clock from the 1930s. As a lot of you know by now, I've got all kinds of bits and bobs which I've picked up from various junk markets, boot sales, you name it, and that's probably where it's come from. Anyhow, today we've got a clock from the 1930s. Modern clocks, as you know, are probably quartz movement or accutron type movements, or simply clockwork wind-up movements. The electric clock as we know it today is almost a thing of the past. Anyhow, in the 30s they were fairly popular. They were cheap to run using mains voltage, and they weren't particularly beautiful. This particular version is just a clock. There's no alarm on it, purely a clock. Now it's made by a company, I'll turn it around, have a little look. It's got the name at the back. I'm hoping it shows up. I'm finding that everything seems to be so dull. There, I've turned it round. It's made by Temco, telephone manufacturing company. The lead that you can see going into it would originally, although not on this model, had a 2-pin plug, but later versions, such as this example, the lead was straight in and obviously terminated inside on the motor. The unit is completely sealed. I had a look at it. There's 2 screws there to remove to take it out, but it doesn't. All it does is exposes a barrel which is sealed. So I didn't go any further. So it was obviously made like that. The wire colour code is black and red. I think it's black and red. It's the old colour code we used to use many years ago. As I said before, 1930, so it was a long time ago. You can see the name there, Temco. Temco now, I believe, is owned by Pi and in turn Philips, telephone manufacturing company, so a subject fairly close to my heart. Temco, TMC they used to be called. On it you've got your start. I'm going to put the light on a bit better. To me it doesn't seem very bright, I do apologise. You've got the control there, or the knob there to alter the hands, and the one there is to actually start it. On there I think it will show up, I hope it does. If it doesn't, I do apologise. I'm trying to get as much light in as I can. I've got a little light here as well. I don't know whether that has shown it up a bit. It's just that it's awkward because we're getting towards winter and the sun don't shine. Anyway, let's turn it around so you can see the front side of it. There's the face, the normal wooden case. May wondering what get it right in a minute. Wondering what that little thing is there, the little hole. Well, that shows you that the actual movement's working. What's on. If I go a bit closer, you should be able to, assuming I've got it started, which I probably haven't. We can start it up easy enough by going on the back with my other hand. I think it's going now. No, it's still not going. I want to show it going because I've said it's going to go in it. There she goes. I don't know if that's showing up very well. You're getting reflections back from the bulbs. I've got as many lights on as I can. It's still, to my mind, not very bright. Got the name under the hand, Temco. These were made in South London. It may have been Sydney, I'm not too sure, but it was certainly made in South London. As I say, this one was made in the 1930s. Other names of that time was, of course, Smith's. There was Genelex, which was a GEC product. That's a General Electric Company of England, not to be confused with the American GE company, who also made clocks through their Telechrome name. Now, a little bit of history. My little videos wouldn't be complete without a little bit of history. So here goes. The idea of these clocks was through a gentleman called Henry Ellis Warren. He was American, and he realised that the frequency of AC, be it 50 for over here and the best part of the world, or America, which is 60, he could utilise that to drive a motor, which is a synchronous motor. There's no brushes on it. Synchronous motor which will turn at the speed of the frequency that it's fed. So if your voltage is wrong, that doesn't help, but it will remain using the cycle. So if you've got an American clock, which I will show later, and you try and use it in England on the right voltage, 110, 120, it will run slow. For that reason, it's expecting to get 60 cycles, and in England, as you all know, it's only 50, so it'll run slow. Anyhow, the company which he set up was called the Telechrome Company, and he set that up about 1912, so it's a long time ago, even before I was born. But in 1943, a year also before I was born, by 1 year, GE, now that's the American GE, the company started by Edison many years ago, he bought it, or they bought it out in 1943, and that name was used on their clocks. Today they're probably just called GE, but in those days it was the Telechrome Company. Anyhow, that's more or less it for that clock, or this clock. Any comments, please leave, please make, and I'll try and get back to you. I won't try, I will get back to you. I think I more or less said the lot. Sorry that the dial's a little bit on the dull side. As I said before, you can't get into it, it's all sealed. There's no way you can take that rim off to clean it, so I've left it as it is. And as you can see now, it's moved on a bit, but it's still going. You can get the full name, Temco, and I think it says under there, made in England. Anyhow, thanks again for watching. I will put another one up later. I've got so much stuff. As I said the other day, if I was to start putting the stuff up now, I'd be over 100 before I put it all up. So I'll try and keep these informative and not too long-winded. So once again, thanks for watching. Any comments, please leave. Please subscribe. And thanks for watching. Thank you.